in the upper right. A player who's really impressed all of us with extraordinary pushes.
SC for you.
SC for you. He looks like such a assassin with those glasses, you know? And now to the bottom left. Player whose name I've had a hard time with in this tournament.
MVP DongRaeGu.
That's it, man.
We only found out yesterday that GOM decided to do this in English for you guys. So.
I was very excited.
Yeah, I was totally pumped.
And DongRaeGu is definitely a player that I want to be able to cast some more. Really fun player to watch.
Oh, yeah.
Even though SC's beating, but I mean, SC brings Nestea to game 5 and barely loses. So
yeah, he's pretty
I mean, the fact that DongRaeGu has looked this good against SC is a testament to how ridiculously tough StarCraft 2 is in Korea. This guy is not in the GSL.
No, he's not.
Qualifiers, by the way, are tomorrow. It's going to be a lot of fun.
Yeah.
I'll be down there with my little camera for Artosis.tv.
Yeah, check that out. Where can they find that, Artosis?
Artosis.tv or youtube.com/Artosis.
Yeah.
TV. Not just Artosis. Artosis TV.
Now we have the spawning pool on the way. SCV. Gonna go ahead and check here. These are locations, and this is a map where the Terran can once again be very aggressive and actually pull through with a win. You know, with the Marines and SCV's rushing forward. Now, our player DongRaeGu, he knows that. And he's going to be ready, so he has speed on the way.
You have to be very careful against SC in this situation. SC is actually, in my opinion, the best, without any doubt, the best 2 barracks pressure player.
Yeah, he's better than Nada.
Yes, I would say that without any doubt. I'm just sure of it, which is like hard to hear from me out of my mouth because I am such a sick Nada fan.
Now, note, he's rushing forward with these SCVs. There are a lot of small little entrances here that you can block with the SCVs and Marines, so it's not a situation where you can surround very easily. The Terran may go to make 2 barracks on the low ground. We'll see.
And here he goes.
There's one right now. Drones are coming out. I don't know if this
Warling's on the way.
Bunker is well positioned. I think I said barracks earlier. I meant bunker.
Good amount of Marines there. You have to be so careful. Bringing in his queen as well. He likes to defend with that queen as well, Taste. It's something a lot of Zergs do not actually do.
You got to be careful.
Takes out that SCV.
But there's a lot of SCVs, Artosis.
He can kill them all, though. Look at that. Look at that.
Well
handsome. Oh, my God. That was like a Brad Pitt hold right there. It was so handsome. That was like a tasteless.
That was a Brad Pitt, George Clooney.
Yeah.
Hold right there. Uh-oh. Uh-oh.
Look at this. A ton of speedlings. Will they clean this up?
They will indeed.
Oh my God.
And they're going to get the SCVs as well.
Has gone perfectly. It could not have gone better for DongRaeGu. That was actually the best hold that I've seen of something like this. It actually is too.
Well, here's what I like.
That was so nice.
He's not just getting Zergling speed. He sent the queen out. So there's no way the bunker's going to finish.
Yeah.
And if, you know, when you're making a bunker, one thing Terran wants to do is sort of commit. Like, let's see if the bunker finishes. If it does, there's a lot more I can do with this. But by him staying and doing that, then when he tries to run back home, the Zerglings with the speed just capture all the Marines. Actually, this is not like capture the flag. This is actually like they actually kill. They murder the Marines.
Careful, Taste, there's children watching.
Well, these children need to grow up pretty fast, man. These are StarCraft 2. Our demographic is actually people over 20. Now,
people of all ages one day, I hope, Taste.
Yep, I want old people to watch someday.
Yeah.
That might be just when I'm 50 still doing this. Now, the Baneling's nest is on the way. So he might try to punish the Terran if the Terran tries to take the low ground now. I think at this point in time, our Zergus realized the more his Terran opponent gets to expand, the harder this game becomes.
Yes.
Because
especially on this map.
Yeah, this map is scary for Zerg against Terran.
Man, he does have 11 lings now. Just popped 6 more out. So I think I wonder if he's actually going to do a little Baneling pressure because right now, I mean, there's just that one depot. He definitely can break and go in.
Right.
Will he do so?
Well, we'll see.
I'm actually just sitting here quietly until I know. And he is taking a 3rd base at this time. Pretty cool. And that that third base up right away after holding this. It's exactly the way he should do it. This is beginning to remind me of the Metalopolis game. DongRaeGu really having a lot of experience holding these 2 barracks pressure builds and then getting back in the lead afterwards. In fact, he got in the lead during it. And then, I mean, if we were to compare this to Metalopolis game, the Marines got home on the Metalopolis game, okay? He killed some Lings and stuff on the Metalopolis game. Here, though, the hold was perfect. He killed all the Marines, and now he's still doing the same counters that he did the first time when he was behind.
Yeah.
So the amount that DongRaeGu should get ahead is vastly superior to how he did in the Metalopolis game.
All right, here comes the orbital. It's going to land over here. Siege mode on the way.
Big difference from the Blue Flame Aliens that we saw in the Metalopolis game, though.
Now the drones are being transferred here.
Nothing but drones really being made right now for DongRaeGu. I love how he's getting his creep all over the place, pushing it forward and to the side.
I do like how he's getting this expansion at the bottom right away. You might as well get that early. The rest of the expansions for Zerg are much more difficult to acquire.
Yeah.
I mean, on this map, due to the architecture of this map.
And when you think about it, when someone does a 2 barracks pressure, they don't really have any tech. They can't really attack again once you have speedlings out for quite a while. So it's a perfect time to take it. Look at that, the macro hatch even going down. Everything is right in the world for a Zerg player. SC is going to have to fight tooth and nail, figure out exactly what he wants to do. Is he going to do a 2-base timing? Is he going to take a third? Is he going to try to stretch this out into a macro game?
Well, let's not forget about SC's game against Nestea. Nestea barely won that game, and I think oftentimes Nestea gets all the credit for that game, but that was actually SC doing an amazing game.
Oh,
He probably should have won had it not been Nestea playing. I think if it was anybody else playing, yeah, I think SC would have won. So SC is very good on this map.
We'll have a full depot wall going up. And a ton of Zerglings are on the way.
Combat
as
shield
well as the lair.
Yeah. The creep spread is very good so far. Spine crawlers are coming up here.
I love the spines right there.
Well, that
is
that
such
really
a common
shows
push location.
He's actually ready for a push.
Yeah.
He's not just hoping it's not going to happen. He's actually making the preparations necessary.
And you're going to take out that SCV. You're going to be playing mostly blind there, Mr. SC. And here he comes. 3 siege tank push timing.
It's just like Starcraft 1, man. All we need is a science vessel on there.
Completely right. Should have 4 medics in there, but
Now, the banelings are almost done.
He's got some good creep spread already.
He's got a little bit of a walk before he actually gets to that base, and he can surprise him as he comes up the ramp. Or he can even come in from behind.
I think he's going to have to do a flank here. Yep. And here he goes. Beautiful. Oh my God. And SC FOU losing his army big time. That was a beautiful flank by DongRaeGu. He is worlds, dimensions, multiverses ahead.
Yeah, he really is.
What do you do from here?
Did you say multiverse?
Multiverses.
Wow, Artosis.
In every alternate universe with Tastosis casting this match, he is ahead. Some more than others. Here,
so
probably the most.
Where you're named Gartosis, and I'm like something like classless. And for some reason, we both have goatees. Yeah.
And that's sick, man. I wish I was in that world.
Yeah.
A world where I can grow a nice goatee.
Yeah, you can't grow goatees, can you?
They look terrible.
I get facial hair everywhere except for one spot below my lower lip.
Yeah.
Like a little triangle there, places I can't grow hair.
Like Baneling Speed and Aspire on the way.
You know, the creep spread is pretty good here.
Dude, he has some mana creep out there.
And here's the problem, Artosis, is after every push that's failed, this is not a giant map like Toldir Ultra. You can actually to the point where creep is outside of your opponent's front door. That's going to make pushes pretty tough.
That hurts the morale of your units, man. They look out the bunker window and see creep. Be like, are we on the offensive? No, you're on the defensive.
Oh. Dun, dun, dun. And take a look here. He's getting burrow. You pretty much always have to use burrow banelings on this map specifically because it's hard to get a flank.
Yeah, and the corridors are so tight that you can really guess where those Marines are going to be standing a lot better than on a huge map like Tal'Darim where, you know, any set of clicks might send them just to the right or left
Yeah.
of your
Yeah.
bending landmines.
No, it's a little bit more of a dice roll. That's what we normally see Zergs only do it when they know they're behind. And see, now this location here for the Zerg, this is a little bit too predictable.
Makes him use a scan. He is quite far ahead at this point. It's a lot of Zerglings. There's 103 Zerglings out.
Oh my God. That was so close.
DongRaeGu is probably shaking right there with those all selected. And he's going to have to keep using scans, man. He can't know.
I don't think he knows. Okay, this is a pivotal moment. Oh my God. Great star sense there.
SC knows exactly what's going on.
This guy's good, man.
Yeah, I would say so. This guy's like a GSL top 4 or top 8er.
All right, now he's getting closer. No, Zerg is expanding. He'll have to hold that thought.
And interesting attack here, but he has so many Zerglings taking those mutas on the siege tanks, and everything gets erased. And I mean, DongRaeGu has just torn SC apart.
Well, here's the problem, Artos, is there's no way I think that SC can get a third base now. This is a very difficult map for Terran. If they don't take a third base early to secure a third base.
Dude, look at what units he has. He has 16 Marines.
Yeah, literally that's it. That and some SCDs.
Yeah, only 54 against a 78 of DongRaeGu.
But hold that thought, Artos, there's a tank and a medevac out now. What do you have to say now?
I guess he's fine then. Oh, wait, no, he's not. And that is going to be all she wrote for SC on this map. And we are tied up, Tasteless, 2-2. Wow. Wow. He just totally, oh my God. It's like he just drop-kicked a puppy off a bridge into a train.
Wow.
That's what that game looked like.
Into one of those bullet trains,
yeah,
too.
Man.
Yeah, that
puppy
turned that puppy into oatmeal.
That puppy thought he could 2 barracks push? No.
Hey, here's Choya going inside of the booth, giving SC a little pep talk. I think at this point in time, SC's realizing that 2-base pushes don't work, but if the game goes on long enough, and this is true for some players.
Yeah.
The longer the game goes on, the more likely they are to win. They just have more stamina.
Yeah.
They have more experience in late game scenarios.
Yeah, absolutely. And SC, that's actually exactly what he's shown so far, which is surprising because a lot of times a Zerg player is going to want to hit the late game. A lot of Zergs feel more comfortable and confident in that situation. But in this case, man, you get to 4 bases and SC's taking you out.
Well, you know, that map specifically, I think he should not have done the kind of pushes he did. He should have waited a little bit longer, getting a third base.
Well, that first one he got so far behind on, I think he's like, well, I have to make up how far behind I am here. But
well, I think he would have been fine even though he lost that bunker and the Marines. It's like, well, the game is still going to go on. But yeah, that specific 2-base push. Look, the bottom right location in those spots for Zerg, that's like the hardest location to reach as Terran. That's really far away. You might not want to try to go for a push there. Yeah, you're not going to get that. They're going to cut you up. If you let him take that and you take a third, then the next base is actually very easy to push. It's just closer.
That's so very, very true, yeah. And if you're on those 3 bases and Zerg takes his 4th, let's say he takes the gold base.
Yeah.
I mean, you get on that high ground, the gold base, they just give it up. They're just like, all right, fine, it's yours. And then they just rely on, like, bailing landmines. That's what we see a lot of the time. But SC just, you know, that's the same type of way he played that map against an ST as well. He just kept pushing there. But DongRaeGu just, after killing those early Marines, there just wasn't that critical mass to actually deal with DongRaeGu's Zerglings on the next push.
You know, Terran players, especially the good ones like SC, have become so good at knowing where those bailing landmines are. There's only so many locations you can hide them, and he is identifying it and just making sure no mistakes. But still, it wasn't good enough that game. We'll see, though. We're going to go on to the final game here. We may have a break. It's possible. It'll depend on.
We'll see.
It'll be up to our Korean producers on the Korean stream. Obviously, we're on the English stream. By the way, feel free to check us out on Twitter. I'm Call Me Tasis. With me is Artosis. And, should do that. Add that.
Yeah, you should.
You should.
Twitter's pretty awesome.
It's pretty good. Now, I want to see what kind of game are we going to see from SC in the final game, because I think SC. Now, DongRaeGu is a player who is very good at controlling the map, but like I said before, the longer the game goes on, eventually the push is just too big.
Yeah, too many of them come. He can't quite refill his army.
Right.
You know, he's trying so hard with these Ling, Muta, light Baneling armies. I feel like DongRaeGu may want to either go heavier Baneling or heavier Muta. I don't like these kind of in-betweenish numbers he's shown in those games, where he's like, well, I have a pretty decent number of Banelings, but I don't have like 70 Banelings where I just kill everything with them. I don't know. I'm a little bit turned off by exactly these ratios in the late game with those units.
Yeah,
I'm a little turned off by it.
You know, he's not getting to the hive maybe quick enough. When it starts to get really late, you know, he has like 5 bases.
Well, if you want your Banelings to hit, man, no better way than to have some Broodlords making the
Oh,
tanks
yeah.
in
Well,
siege.
you know, the little Broodlings running around on the ground, I mean, that just takes up so much space. It's tough.
Quite true.
They get priority when they shot it and stuff like that.
See some fans out there wearing their 3D glasses. So we got the ones that go over their own normal glasses.
Yeah, if you wear glasses normally, you can still do the 3D glasses stuff. It just clips right on top of it. These, of course, are the 3D glasses here. So this is...
There's some nicer ones out there, too. They actually gave us the lesser 3D
These are the
glasses.
cheapo ones, right? Well, they still work.
This is only 2.9D.
You still look 3D to me when I wear them. Now...
It's so funny because this headset makes my glasses like go down.
I'm not just
I look like such a funny guy right now.
You look a little goofy, Artosis. You look like you might need to be like at a swimming pool at a hotel, like not like a nice hotel, but like a really cheap one, you know?
Oh yeah.
You know what I'm talking about? Now those are the nice ones.
Yeah, those are actually pretty sweet.
So. Again, I want to talk about this for a minute because I'm not just an esports guy. It's much more than that. I'm a gamer at heart. I love games. And this is a big deal because it's not just StarCraft 2, but, you know, LG's making sure that, you know, the future of gaming will be able to be experienced in a way that is revolutionary, that is much more engaging.
It's got to keep going forward, man. From here, what's left? Holograms?
I don't know. We're going to start putting chips in our brains. I don't know.
Eventually it would be like, I don't know, you get rich and you put people on an island and you play with them. It's like a real video game.
Yeah, man.
You put chips in their brains and like make them move around, fight each other.
I guess so.
I want to make that island.
Cast that on GSL. All right, it's time for the final game. These two titans, SC and DongRaeGu. DongRaeGu's name has been giving me a hard time here.
Yeah,
it's not an easy name to say.
Family name Dong, and then Raegu.
Yeah, Raegu. I keep saying DongRaeGu.
Actually, I wonder if his name is Gu. His name is DongRae.
Maybe.
Could be.
All right. So anyways, head-to-head here at the LG Cinema 3D Tournament Finals. And don't forget, guys, after this, we will have the grand finals of the Super Tournament here at the GSL. So we're going to have StarCraft all day, all night, all afternoon, wherever the hell you are. It's not stopping anytime soon. All right, the final game, Terran vs. Zerg. Let's do this.